this is where we've all chosen to live, and so we will do everything we can to make it into where we want to live.
People say, well, you must be an adrenaline junkie, or you must, be a thrill seeker. And I'm actually really not. I really like the peacefulness up there.
We have almost 500 wineries here in Napa Valley. One of the very unique things about us is we've been family owned for 75 years.
This is the most unlikely place in Llewellyn, Nebraska. My husband Dennis, my brother-in-law Rex Miller, and my sister-in-law Jean Jensen. Just let them make a record. That's right.
We were all involved in a couple of years of economic development meetings. And after a while, we kind of thought we should just do it and start taking action and do less planning and make more direct changes.
We have 6 buildings altogether here. Buildings were run down, and some of them probably would have collapsed if we hadn't fixed a roof. The first building that we bought is the one which is now the most unlikely place.
We purchased the building when it was 100 years old in 2008. We cleaned it up, took out the ceiling, did some renovating. The guys spent 3 months the first winter just working on this place. It started as a gallery because the artists needed a place to hang some art.
Right.
Our homes were full, and our children's homes were full, and it's time.
Our closets were full.
Dennis is the pastel artist. Jean Jensen paints oils and watercolors. And Rex has all of the wood sculpture. Then we purchased a coffee machine in order to have maybe a little more business, and learned how to make coffee drinks. And then someone suggested that we might have a brunch, a Sunday brunch.
Welcome. Hi, Jenny.
Nice to see you. Good to see you, my dear.
And who did you bring?
My sister Jean and her husband John.
When I first opened, there were tables up by the windows, so that's quite a distance. So I put my skates on in order to get down to the end of the room more efficiently. Every table has a history, and everything has been donated. We're happy to take whatever anyone wants to give us.
Many guests say this is the perfect name for this place. Because it's unlikely that this place would be here in this little town. It doesn't seem to make sense to them. They say, well, this should be in San Francisco or in Vail or somewhere else. We have all kinds of crafts from local artists. We have an area on the wall for a featured artist each month. We have local authors. We have book signings and readings occasionally.
She'll sell our things there, and so it brings the artist. I was an artist who was under the table. I didn't know. I just did it. I gave it away as presents. I never thought I could ever sell my stuff.
The next door building, which was the old Llewellyn Hotel, became available. It is now Rex's woodworking shop. The upstairs part, my sister Jean now has her studio in.
I have really been eyeing it and liking the light and thinking it would be a good studio, but it was kind of a mess and needed some work. So Rex helped, and he did most of the work. So we insulated it and cleaned a bunch of junk out of it, and I've been painting since.
And then on down, the fourth building on the corner was an old filling station. It now has a gallery in it that we rented out to a local art club, so the group of artists have their gallery there. When we started actually doing it, we really didn't have a vision. We didn't have any goals. We didn't really know what the building was going to be. We just started and kind of let it evolve into what it became over time.
And we want to create things that we can enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
And our friends and community can enjoy.
So we have signage on the highway. We were able to fix up the fronts of the buildings and create some activity in town. So it certainly does. And it has drawn people into the town. In the last 5 years, we've gotten 49 homes sold.
When people see that the town is alive, then they're more likely to want to live there. We have pride in our town. This is our home. This is where we've all chosen to live, and so we will do everything we can to make it into where we want to live.
I started out back in 1989. I became a nail tech, and that was the first thing I did, and I had a love for that. I was very young, my kids were very young, and I just decided that that was something I wanted to do. I realized that I had a love for aesthetics, which is facials, and so I went to school to become an esthetician. Then I had to go back to school for massage therapy. So nice you're out with the girls today. Yes. I have the full range of the spa and the salon. I love what I do. I'm passionate about it. Well, I'll be doing your facial. Again, I'm Jana. Nice to meet you. So I was thinking about why I love to pamper people, because that's really been a passion in my life. Pampering and bringing comfort to people. And that probably stems from my childhood. I had an abusive childhood growing up, sexual, physical, emotional. And that was a lot to overcome, and I think that that's why I take pleasure in just being nurturing and comforting people. I could have chose to turn to drugs, alcohol, and choose that lifestyle. I just made a decision that I'm going to live by my mom's advice when she said, you know what, Jan, you have to make the best of life. Life is what you make of it.
So how do you practice? Are you ready for the show this weekend?
I am. The last show that we were going to go to was canceled due to the weather. So.
Yeah, well, they're calling for great weather this
yeah,
weekend.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Give me a hand, folks. Here come the pilots down the flying circus. Way to start an air show.
I came to see my first show here at the Flying Circus in 2004. Looks like somebody's on the field. I don't know who's doing what out there today. I came with a friend, and he thought that I would love this environment, which I do. I was getting my private pilot's license at the time. But we can go ahead and get the hangar doors open. Wow. I never left. Basically, I came and I saw the show, and I was captivated by the wing walking. There's really only about roughly 10 active female wing walkers currently. I started the training then, and it's all placement of hands and feet and hand signals and where to step, because this is a fabric wing, so you have to be very careful as to where you place your feet. Every so many inches are the wing spars, and this is where you have to place the balls of your feet. And then, of course, you go over the javelin, which holds the fly wires together there. So it was all a matter of placement of hands and feet and 3 points of contact at all times.
That's really a good point.
All right, see you back.
The wing walking came about at the end of World War I, 1918, when hundreds and hundreds of pilots here in America, let's watch the takeoff.
Every time I go up, it's exciting. It's just freedom up there. You can see for miles. It's just an incredible feeling. You just feel like a bird, especially when you're on the top wing. That's my favorite part, when I'm on the top wing and I'm just up there just with my arms out, and it's just, you know, the wind is just blowing through my hair, and it's just like an amazing feeling, just a freedom. I just love it. I love the feeling.
The airplane will get closer. You're going to see Janet climb out of the wing, out of the cockpit. No parachute, no safety rope or harness. That's a wing walk, folks. She walked to the end of the wing, just using her hands to hold on.
People say, well, you must be an adrenaline junkie, or you must, you know, be a thrill seeker. And I'm actually really not. I really like the peacefulness up there. I mean, it's loud. This is loud, 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 loud. But when you're up there, it's just a serene feeling. If you can put the loudness out of your mind, it's just a beautiful ride.
All right, there's Jana on the top wing, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to dive for speed and do the loop. You ready? Here we go. We're going to get up to 130 miles an hour and loop with Jana on the top wing. Here comes a nice picture-taking pass, and then Janet's going to come and get out of the airplane and come sign your posters here. Well, you can wave to her, take a picture.
All right, now this time around, she's going to lower herself under that wing and dangle by her feet, letting go with her hands. She'll actually let go with her hands and swing underneath the wing by her feet. You ready? There she is. No parachute, no safety rope, and there she is, folks. Woo!
You get your poster, and she's going to sign those posters in just a minute.
I thought she was very daring. I had a little pit in my stomach because I thought she might make a mistake and fall. But I was very excited when she got on the ground. It was awesome.
There you go.
Thanks
for coming today.
You're welcome.
She's so cute. She treats it like gold.
The fabric that covers these airplanes is a
I've always wanted to fly one of those airplanes.
Oh, okay.
I don't like all fancy jets.
Okay, really? You like the old-time planes. All right. Well, that's awesome. The thing I like best is signing the autographs because you're inspiring the younger generation to either fly or to get into aviation or to even do something they might have thought that they never could do, and just to inspire people to actually want to attain more in life. That's important to me.
The Strasburg Railroad exists as this time capsule, if you will, somewhat stuck in time. We really desire for people to come here and just experience early 20th century steam railroading like they would have back then.
I think it's very historical, it's very entertaining and educational, and I really enjoyed it. And trains are such a part of the fabric of this country, in fact a lot of nations in the world, so it's nice to go back and see how the trains operated in history.
Oh, it's fun, and I enjoy it because the scenery is so different. And